Hi everyone! Welcome back to Two Blonde Yogis.
Welcome. First we want to say thank you. We have gotten really nice feedback. I don't know if you guys are lying or it's just people we know, but
no, everyone's been really lovely. I think we're just so excited to just be able to have a space and to share thoughts and to share kind of concepts, because everything's so one-sided. You just like hear this one opinion and it's just like, this is what you should think, and we just want you guys to think for yourselves because we think you're brilliant and we love you.
Let's suppose that you were able every night to dream any dream you wanted to dream. And you would naturally, as you began on this adventure of dreams, you would fulfill all your wishes.
You can see who you are.
Yoga is one of the oldest forms of healing therapy.
The important thing is that you go at your own pace.
It's a big one. Ashrams
big one.
to Athleisure.
Ashrams to Athleisure. Ooh, it's a spectrum.
It is
Where
a spectrum.
do you follow on it? Follow? Where do you fall on it?
Well, it's gnarly because I mean, I don't want to say I'm part of the problem, but I am a little bit part of the problem. I own a yoga studio in America. So I have become part of this environment that is now creating a product for people to participate in, which is cool. And I mean, it's amazing. And this is something that I really want to talk about because America has commercialized yoga beyond, I think, what anyone could have imagined. I believe, if my numbers are correct, that it's the gross amount of, what is it? Okay, so I believe, if my numbers are correct, that in America, the yoga industry makes $28 billion, which is insane.
Where? Haven't seen any of it. Been teaching
in my pocket
for longer than a decade.
It's all going
where's the
to
healthcare?
100%. We got to talk about that actually, because you know where it's all going. Water bottles. Orange. Just kidding. Lululemon. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it on the podcast.
Let's get sued. My water bottle was free from our retreat, but I guess retreats can also be part of the problem depending on how you do them. Like, it's all gray area. It's all gray area. So this episode is not to talk trash, but also it is.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit trash, a little bit trashy. Yeah, but also just to like bring awareness. Exactly.
Yes.
So with that being said, how much, Jaime, do you think the yoga industry is in India? Like, what do you think they're bringing in? So America's 28 billion. What do you think?
Billion.
Yeah. What do you think? Good old India is the creators.
I bet you it's not in the billions.
Girl, it is though. It's actually, okay, so it's 5 billion, which, if I'm doing my blonde mathematical equation correctly, that's like...
You mean asking your husband?
One fifth? 1/5 of America? I don't know. But what's crazy is India is has 4 times the population of America.
I was going to say way more people.
Way more people. And it's like the founding birthplace. So America is spending most of that money on trainings, but also like retreats, clothing, supplements, online course, like all of these things. Whereas generally with India, it's going to be education, which is amazing. So that's awesome. And you were in India and you got some of your education in India. How do you feel like that experience was? Can you describe it? Because I feel like it's just such a vast difference.
It put so much into perspective for me.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a homecoming because the land itself has an energy. And when we have, you'll feel it too. Anyone that's, I think, really has the heart of yoga, arriving there, it just makes things make sense. Because as amazing as it is to learn yoga in the West, because we're learning it at all, it's really hard to separate, I think, the culture of India from it, because the people are a part of it. Like, whether or not they're even practicing yoga, the kindness, the hospitality, the food, like the busyness, like just the being in the motherland makes the yoga make sense.
Do you feel like
yeah.
the culture is so, like, yoga is not just the asana as it is generally here. We got that 45 to 60 minutes of movement, and then we're like, okay, yoga's done. Whereas there, it's like ingrained in every minute of every day.
Right.
Okay.
For example, and the Rishikesh is kind of the base of the Himalayas, a little higher, and there it's basically just a very tiny little town. It's actually amazing. If anyone's interested in a safe space to do yoga, you can't drink alcohol. It's an alcohol-free place. So, and that way, being in a foreign land, there's less riffraff.
Okay.
That being said, yeah, which is a completely a side note. An example of the culture, there was this organic cafe run by an Indian native, and one day I left my wallet, and I was saying, I will be right back. I'm walking distance to the ashram I was staying at, and he said, oh, it's okay. You can pay me whenever you want. And if you want, I can put it in my mug so you can take the rest of my coffee, because I realized, like, kind of partway through, you can take my mug home with you.
Oh.
Like, that will never happen in America.
I think
like,
we're
the
very,
trust, the trust, and I had similar experiences. Same thing. I really wanted to buy this flute.
Like a glass flute, or like a.
No, it's a wooden flute, and I can't remember the traditional name for it, but it's an Indian flute. And the guy told me that I can pay him whenever I want, but I paid him then. And he said, come back tomorrow, my brother will be here, and he can give you a free lesson. Like,
wow, that is so sweet. It's the connection.
And so it's karma.
Yes,
it's the connection. It's what comes around goes back around. Ahimsa, like being kind to people, trust, like healthy sattvic food, like, and also like rajasic food where all the spices, like, I'm a tourist, so I'm like, let's talk about the food, like, but
no, I think that's really
amazing.
Awesome. And it's like with the karmic thing too, I don't think we really talk about that much here. I mean, obviously I think people know about it, but it's so quick. When you show someone kindness, it literally is this like automatic chain link of events where it's like, if you just compliment someone, they're feeling so much better, and they're going to compliment someone, and it's like, why don't we have that recognition here? We're very like out for ourselves, and someone has to be the first person to start the chain of events, and for some reason we're all so afraid to, like, it's so gnarly. And I think that's what you and I are really trying to create, that shift, because we do believe all of these things, we trust in all of these things, and that's what we want to put out into the world. And we really want to encourage people as well to, like, yes, it's a little bit scary to put yourself out there, yes, but it's also not that hard, and your karma's going to all work out in the end. So
no, and people have a very like gross misunderstanding, I think, of karma, because when you think of karma, it's like, what comes around goes back around, bitch. Like, karma, bitch. Like,
it's like a negative interpretation. Yeah, they're like, your karma's going to get you. And it's like, what if the karma's nice?
It's this vengeful idea. Whereas I think in India, it's like paying it forward. And honestly, like, because they do believe in reincarnation, it's like, it's this trust in the universe and God that even if, like, I don't have to be responsible for someone else getting a negative reaction, like if the grumpy person cut you off in traffic, like, I don't have to be angry or resentful or anything, because if I had the more yogic philosophy, because I know that they're probably having a bad day.
Yeah.
Like their karma is that they're in a bad mood. Like that sucks for them. Why would I breathe that in?
You do not have to carry other people's energies and try to like put them in their place. That's not your job. Your job is not to control and monitor other people's karma, other people's moods, any of that. Like our job is to try to be as positive and kind and loving as possible to ourselves, and then let that bleed out into like the world and hope that spreads on.
Away.
I appreciate that. Okay, so to get a little bit back on track. Okay, so Jaime, you obviously practiced yoga in India. What was the practice like? Like what did people show up in? What was the outfits? What was the yoga mats like? And then how long was the practice? Was it 60 minutes? Was it an hour and a half? What was the movements? Was it quick, like a traditional like American vinyasa, or was it something completely different? Was it a blend?
No, it was very traditional.
Okay.
Actually, the first class of the day was so traditional that I didn't know how else to explain it, but human movements based off the ancient people of the base of the Himalayas. So like we churn butter, like we reached for the sun, like nothing I've ever done. And yet it made so much sense to my body because we're all human and that's where we came from. The clothing, like, well, there's actual like natives in class, and there were people from wealthy parts of London there. So the clothes, there was an array, but it was also hot as so. And then there were still people in traditional like yoga clothes where they wear the cloth and the saris, and the men are in skirts, So, and then as far as yoga mats go, I was doing my class on a rug.
Amazing. So
it's not as important. The point is, it's not as important.
Right.
Like I didn't see a single $100 Lulu mat.
Amazing. Okay. That's so interesting too that you're saying the traditional wear is like skirts and like these thick like fabrics. I wonder if
light they're cotton.
Oh,
or hemp,
because it's hot. Oh,
yes, and they like believe in the vibration of the fabrics that you're wearing, so you're not necessarily going to see a bunch of polyester either.
Sure. That's why everything is so interconnected, and it makes you so much more thoughtful, because you're saying automatically off the bat, you're like, the clothes that you wear offer you a vibration, so why would you wear something that's crappy? You are surrounded by people that are really kind. If you're just showing them kindness, the vibrations are automatically higher. You're doing movements for your body, not to torture your body, but because of the simple movements that you're doing, traditionally. If we're churning butter, we want to be strong in this movement. We want to make sure that we're like warming up our body for these activities throughout the day. Like we're reaching for the sun energy. We're bringing it back down to us. Like how special is that?
Intentional.
And then now in America, we're like, well, work a little bit harder, sweat a little bit more. And people are looking at their watch and they're like, I have to try to burn 400 calories. And we're like, oh, no, not the point. So bringing in all the parts, all the aspects. Because I read this article and I think I sent it to you, and it was talking about how a lot of people, it was particularly written in for like about the UK, but I'm sure it like applies to America as well, about how a lot of people just feel like yoga is unaccessible to them because they don't see people that look like them in the yoga class. They don't have the capability to buy the outfits that is seen on Instagram and seen in this like massive industry. They don't have the fancy water bottle. You know, in America, how there's like all the different, for ages it was Stanley. Like you had to have the Stanley water bottle with the little straw.
I got one for Christmas. Yeah. And honestly, that was like such a great water bottle. And then Twin Star, your yoga studio, had a Stanley in the Lost and Found for weeks. And I swear, like every time I close up, I looked at it and I thought about stealing it, and I never did. So
you mean adopting it, rehoming it?
But
No,
anyways, but like, it's a ridiculous price for a water bottle.
It's just a lot. It does feel like you walk in with like your little plastic one, or you walk in with, you know,
You're not cool
whatever.
enough.
There is
It's a club.
But that's also the practice of yoga, which is like non-comparison. So you have to feel strong enough, but which one comes first, the chicken or the egg? It's like you have to be strong enough and show up without this comparison mindset to a yoga class to be able to like learn about yoga. But then you haven't experienced that yet because you live in a culture where it's all about comparison. So how do we provide this comfort? How do we provide this chain of events to actually like get people to come into the yoga room? And I think that's what you and I are really trying to break the mold in. We want people to recognize what's the like top 3 things that you hear why people do not come to yoga, or like you're like, I'm a yoga teacher, and they're like, oh, I could never. Like what's something that you hear all the time?
They're all blondes.
I've never heard
kidding. But it is typically upper class white women in yoga class. Like, that's true.
Yeah.
But I think it's such, people are so afraid they're not flexible enough. They can't do handstands immediately.
They go into
the criticism of their body, because that's all you really see out there is like, well, these yogis on the internet have perfect bodies.
We go in with the mindset that we already have to be good at something, which is wild because, I can't join your pottery class because I don't know how to make pottery. What? Cool, that's why you should come.
So that's keeps me having a job.
Exactly. And so the business mindset is all twisted because I think it's like trying to advertise, oh my gosh, if you show up with this, you'll be happy, and then you'll be welcome, and then you'll be able to do yoga, and then you'll finally like be complete. And it's just not that. But to be fair, a lot of the studios represent that, right? Like there's a lot of corporate studios. Did you ever work at a corporate studio, or were you mostly like small boutique styles?
I think I got really lucky. I've subbed. It was like a community center. It was like a YMCA, I guess.
Okay.
So that was fine. No, I think I've only done like kind of smaller
boutique style studios.
Core Power, I think I did one time.
Ooh.
That's a big one. But yeah, no, I've just been blessed.
Yeah, I didn't work at any either. I didn't do my training there, which like sometimes that training is very accessible for people. So I know a lot of people that have done their trainings there, and I'm curious on their experience with it.
It must not have been Core Power, because Core Power teachers, you have to do their Core Power thing, which I don't agree with, but hey.
Oh, how it's like very structured. Like they're like, these are the rules.
These are the rules, which I think is common. Like, there's a studio, the chain that closed. They paid their teachers absolute shit, like minimum wage.
Which is crazy. You are offering energetic work. You're offering sequencing that you've supposedly created. Maybe that's why they think they can pay them not that much. I've heard it's like, minimum wage at some corporate studios, and they're like, well, you don't have to think of the sequence because I've already provided the sequence for you. You just have to show up and clean and do these things.
The founders of that, because they had to have gone to yoga teacher training, then like, did you just miss the whole point of your training? Because now you're doing that to other people.
Right.
Although, to talk shit, I was working in a fabulous, fabulous studio, and then COVID happened, and then we ended up having to sell. It was one of the best times of my life. It was like managing and teaching this studio because it was so authentic. But then, bless the previous owner's heart, because it was just such a burden financially that we had to sell. And the next people were like, we're not going to change anything, and then immediately started firing all the teachers. And anyways, they had no yoga background. So you can be good at, and they're doing well, they have multiple studios now, And I think that's something to say. You have, Cecily personally, have a crazy balance, because to be a business owner in America, it's a cutthroat business, to be honest.
Yeah.
You're probably not like a yogi in your heart.
Me?
You know what I'm saying? No, like a lot of, like if you have a mega yoga studio, there's no way, if you're doing super well in this industry, I'm saying no way, mostly no way.
It's just hard.
You have multiple locations that you're also not exploiting your teachers. You know what I mean?
I feel like they must have started with the heart. And then,
I mean, these last people had no yogic background.
well, I heard
Just
from
business
the
owners.
grapevine, a little more tea, sip, sip, bitch, that they were like, there's no money in yoga. It's Pilates.
I wasn't going
Which
to
is
say the
true.
P word. Yeah.
I don't think, I mean, supposedly there is if you're selling the clothes. I mean, sure, like eat it up. But traditionally, in the way that I want to represent yoga, I want there to be safety in the space. I don't want to charge Orange County prices. But at the same time, and I don't think I do. I think my prices are pretty okay. Maybe people might disagree, write me in, you know. But we also offer free yoga at the park. We also offer, isn't there's like where you clean and you get free, karma yoga is what it's called, where
Karma
you can like
yoga,
clean,
yeah.
you get free. Generally, if someone comes up to me and they're like, Cecily, can I have a discount? I give a discount. I don't care. I just want people to come to yoga. But I do have costs that I have to uphold to be able to have my business. I have to pay my teachers. I have to pay for insurance. I have to pay the rent. I have to pay, you know, like I have to pay for like toilet paper.
Food.
You know? I mean, I have a tradition.
You have to feed Ned.
I have to feed Neddy. He's hungry. He's a hungry boy. But I have to close my door because, hold on. There's like the rubbish bin is clink clonking. He says a clink clonk. Oh, Lord. Sorry, Ned. Yeah, I mean, I have not traditionally paid myself in 4 years. Like, I don't get, like, a paycheck. When I'm really thirsty, I, like, give myself some money. But I don't, like, pay myself a lot of money. So thank you, Ryan, for taking care of me. But that's what's tricky, right? Is you want to be able to offer something that you believe in.
Yeah.
But to do that, it costs money, and to do that, there has to be even nowadays, like you have to have like a social media girly, and you know, there's all these costs that you don't think about. But to me, my biggest thing is my team. Like, I would not be able to do it without them. I started my business and I taught like 22 classes a week because my team was quite small. I think I had 4 people, which they're still with me to this day. Thank you guys.
A good sign.
It was a great sign. And so I was teaching and teaching and teaching and not making any money, and I was just like trying to get it off the ground, and it was super exhausting, and like there's so much to it. So there is an ebb and flow of the business world, which I do appreciate and do understand, but
you started me higher than anyone.
Really?
Like starting. I've worked my way to get paid more than when I started with you, but you started me higher than anyone's ever started me before.
And you'd been in the business for how long at that point? The yoga business, the yoga world.
When did I start with you? 3 years?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know how to do math.
Like at least 5 years, over 5 years.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. So like,
that's wild, babe. Like, thank you for saying that. That makes me, because that's all I want to do. Like, after 3 years of being open, I finally had enough revenue to I'm going to cry. It's so silly.
Do
but like,
cry.
I finally had enough extra revenue to take my teachers to brunch. And I was like so happy, because that's all I ever wanted, was like to be successful enough to like treat my teachers well. Well, like, not
Yeah.
that I was, you know, or take them out for a treat, not treat them well, but, you know, like, and be able to possibly give raises and do all these things. So that was huge for me. That was a really big day.
You make it fun. I like am still a part of the group chat because I want to be, because it's always such a happy, positive place, and I want to know what's going on. You are such a phenomenal, like, team builder, like,
shucks.
for real. You care so much about how everyone's getting along and like the culture of it. I know right now you're having a little bit of drama at the studio with the other people that rent in the same building, and like,
Spill.
oops, I don't care. Should I care? Do we need to delete that?
No, whatever. Who cares? Yeah, it's been interesting because in the place that I love so much, there has been drama, not with my business entity, but with, you know, another business entity.
But your fuel, like, to kind of make it right, I've watched it, like, comes from wanting it to be a safe place for the students and your other teachers. Like, that's what gets you emotional. You're like, okay, whatever about me, but them. And like,
that's the thing. I would rather people like be kind of like crunchy to me than anyone else around me. I'm like, I can handle it. I can go home and cry about it. Like, that's fine. I don't want anyone else.
Sort of privately.
Yes, I don't want anyone else to go home and cry about it. It's really, it's making it sound like it's this horrible thing, but it's it's just like something to be going through. But also, I'm such a big believer. We sort of have talked about this with like the karmic thing, where it's like, I believe like I have to have some struggle. So I would rather this struggle than like touch wood, like the place burned down. You know what I mean? Like I'm accepting a little bit of challenge because I know that there has to be a balance. So I'm really trying to look at it in that perspective, accepting hard, because I know that so much good is still coming out of it anyway. So thanks for that. Sweet Jamie, I love you so much. I can't wait for you to come back and like teach. People ask me, they're like, when she comes to visit, put her on the schedule. I'm like, oh, I will.
Oh, no way.
No, literally, to this day.
Okay.
The other blonde, bring her in. So there is one kind of like concept that I'm quite interested in. Like, we sort of touched on it, but yes, in America, it's very commercialized, this yoga. But do you think yoga would have reached as many people as it has here without this commercial door being opened?
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
I agree.
I mean, big, huge props to Yogananda he's kind of like the father that brought it here. And he was like a celebrity. Like, he had like charisma, kind of rock star energy, people like Beatlemania. Yeah, he was like kind of a cutie, like ladies would just, Yogananda. And like,
wait, how do I
that
not know
to me,
who this person is?
Yogananda. Yes, you do. You've seen pictures of him.
His name is Yogananda?
Yogananda.
That's such a cute... Did he give himself that name?
Maybe God did.
Oh. Nanda.
Yogananda.
Great
Oh,
books. Okay.
Like
Parahamasana Yogananda. Oh, okay. It just sounds funny because it's like yoga, Nanda. So I was like, why is he...
not
Do you
two
know what
words.
I mean? I'm going to show everyone the photo. He's very
Charming
cute.
guy.
And that's his name, so everyone can see that it's... You're like, God gave him that name. He is cute. What a little hunk.
The point of bringing that up was, that is so American. Like, to have kind of this, like, fangirl energy, but, like, thank God. Like, how cool that the thing that's crazy and, like, has all the hype is this, like, guy that's going around being like, we can all, like Jesus. Like, Jesus has crazy rock star energy. People are like, yeah, we should love each other. Like, woo. It's like the commercialization of love. So, cool. Is there a shadow side that happened? Yes.
Yes.
What do you think?
I agree with that. I love that Jesus is like...
Jesus.
rocking out. No, I think we have to have the seed, right? And so this was the seed that planted it, and I just want to participate in the growth with the roots. Ooh. It's getting,
Ooh,
it's getting really
chills. Can you zoom in on my arm hair? Chills. Don't do that.
The things that I appreciate so much about yoga is not the clothing, is not the some days, can I just tell you a little secret? I have to go, I don't like saying I have to go teach a class because that's a blessing, so I like to say when I get to go teach a class.
I get to.
And I look at my yoga tub because I've tried the flowy pants and it doesn't work for me. It's not a style that I can rock with, so I am more into like the exercise of athleisure wear. And sometimes I look in that tub of my yoga clothes and I'm like, to put something tight on my body right now, like I want to cry. I'm like, another sports bra, another day, you know, but real. But I do, and it's great, and I love it. But it's not about that. I show up for the quotes, the depth, the love, the challenge, reminding people that we're here for so much more. I love the way you say it, Jamie,
and
where
the
it's like
cute
Earth School.
outfits. Earth School.
Yeah.
I love also like not to talk shit on wearing athleisure though. It's functional. It's good to feel cute, but it's just like what we're always saying, like don't get lost. Don't lose the plot, you know?
Yeah. But also what I feel like looks cute on me or like what I want to wear is different from the person, you know. So if someone's like, I really feel comfortable and happy in a baggy t-shirt and, you know, gym shorts, awesome. Show
Not
up, baby.
shorts.
Do a little strut. Do a little dance on the catwalk, walk into that room, show up for yourself. I don't care if your yoga mat is tattered. I don't care if your puppy just chewed on the corner of it. It's like frayed. I don't care, and none of that. I don't care. I literally started, when I started with Bikram yoga, I used a beach towel that was like 3 times the size of my yoga mat because I sweat so much. Yeah, and I was like, whatever, it's just a beach towel. I didn't have the little perfect fitting one with the corner tucky edges.
Zoom in on that, mate.
It is not. So this is a friendly reminder. You do not have to have the advertised gear that Instagram is pushing to you. I'm de-influencing you right now. Show up in what makes you happy. Show up in what makes you comfortable.
Yeah, mostly just comfortable. Like you be moving.
Yeah, I admire you when you do yoga because you always wear these really fantastic outfits that I think are fantastic. And you're always like, I just rolled out of bed like this. And I'm like, yeah, but you look so great. And you like are embodying this like energy that's comfort, but also this gorgeous like feminine energy. And I'm just like, I'm here for it.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Well, because I would do morning classes. So she's not kidding. I'd be like, the idea of having to like... I would still have a sports bra on, but like, yeah, like through my shirt. And sometimes I literally would go to bed like in something that's like my semi-cuter PJs, so I could just go. Which is so not yoga, actually. Like Ayurveda, there's like a whole like, take a cold shower. Yeah. You're gonna be on your yoga mat. Like, be clean. It's like going to a church. And I'm like, I showed up.
So, exactly. Sometimes we're able to do all the steps, but when in doubt, just don't be like, you know, just like, don't be smelly, I think, is like the thing. But I've heard about the clean. And I have a friend that does that, like showers always before and brushes teeth. And it's like a whole thing, which is kind of nice, like good for you.
It is nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna brush my teeth, for sure.
Like once a week or like every day?
Twice, sometimes 3 times, okay?
Holy mackerel. I'm not that good.
I know, I'm hippie, but I like
clean
also
teeth.
compulsively like to be clean.
What are some advice that you have for new teachers that you want to give them the empowerment to come back to the roots and to make their classes a little bit more of a safe space? Oh, that's such a good question. That just came out of my brain.
No,
it wasn't even on the piece of paper.
I wish I asked you. I mean, my mind goes 2 places.
Yeah.
Obviously, just saying like, be yourself, because it's like, what does that mean? But it is very true. You are putting out a magnetic field when you are in the position of guide. You will attract your people. Your only job is to put your heart into it. And the other thing that I was thinking is do your due diligence. Like, find a karma yogi program. That's where I started. Clean toilets. Like, just be in a yoga studio as much as you possibly can, because it is actually rooted in service. And so if your goal is to be this like amazing teacher, to be rooted in it, we all have to do our free part classes. You know what I mean? Like, it's also when you learn how to be a good yoga teacher is trial and error. So you might as well just get your feet wet whenever you want. Like, go to the community center, and there is no hierarchy in who you're teaching. You know what I mean? Like, if you're, like, basically stay humble, because if you're teaching at a community center, you're supposed to be there. You have no idea the medicine that you're going to give. You don't know who's going to walk in that door.
Yeah. Oh,
and you could teach
that.
one person,
Sure.
and they needed that.
Yeah.
That is not any better than the $100 an hour yoga teacher that's teaching at, like,
Equinox.
Yes,
You are
Equinox.
doing the exact same service, and you are providing it for people that really are their intention. That is such a good point, Jaime. I want to give you $1 million. Boop.
Thank you. What do you think? What's your advice? To new
Agree with
teachers?
everything that you're saying. I do really love a theme. And I think, remember, like, give yourself a theme, and also open up your life to them. That doesn't mean you get to trauma dump on them and be like, this is what's happening in my life right now. Not interested in that. But people want to connect. They don't want to see you as like, oh, I'm perfect, go lie down. You're a person too. They want to know that you can relate to them. They want to know that you have experiences as well. And I think it helps you stay humble, because you're not putting on this guru facade. You're like, hey, here I am. I'm trying to say it like you. Guru.
Guru. It's like a little, you tap the tongue on the, I forgot the point, but there's like a sacred point on the top of your
Can you say it one more time?
mouth. Your guru, guru, guru,
Guru.
guru. It's like a little click. Guru, guru.
Guru. That's for you. That felt. Stay humble. So I really, that's a big one for me. Where don't just get lost up in the posture. Like, just, it's cool if they can, do the poses.
Be a human.
Be a human. Know their names. That's such a huge one. When people feel seen, there's such easy things that you can do to create. I always like to think of, like, for Twin Star, my goal is this room is your sanctuary. And you show up and you feel seen, and you're not lesser than the teacher. The teacher's just the guide. You're your master. And I want the teacher to remind people of that. I think that gets lost in corporate yoga. I think they're like, you're paying me a lot of money, sit down, shut up, don't, like, I'll tell you when to participate. And I'm not into that. So that's some of the advice that I would give for, like, newer teachers. Deep dive into an emotional aspect of it and let it change every day. And you can connect it to the moon, the seasons, the blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. And corporate people, like, if you're teaching at a corporate level, like, they need the heart. Like, I used to teach down at the ranch in Laguna sometimes, and because they would do these, like, business retreats. So like people from Netflix would come and stay for, like, a work trip, and then they could opt to, like, do a hike or take yoga.
Yeah.
So it's like people that don't, like, they sit at desks, Yeah. I act like that's, like, a foreign concept to me, because we're, like, body people. But, like, cater in an authentic, heartful, yogic way, because that is what people need. Being real is what people need, and talking about all the cheesy, corny stuff. Don't go on, like, a huge, long tangent like we do. Like, save it for the podcast. But talk about breathing and the heart and the body and the connection, and it doesn't have to just be exercise, in my opinion.
I really agree with that. And with that being said, pay your yoga teachers more. corporate people, everybody. Like, yes, they're offering a service, and how you said it is not donation, it's an acts of service. What was the word you used?
Karma yoga?
Yeah,
Donations?
well, no.
Service-based?
A service-based. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like you said, it's service-based. And so, yeah, it's really lovely to be participating and offering free yoga and doing all these things. You are still, though, however, allowed to make money and exist on this platform.
Yes.
But I just want people to deep dive into like all the aspects of it. Don't get washed away by the money-making endeavor. There's so much more to it.
And I read somebody, what's his name? We always send his videos back and forth. He's like kind of a yoga comedian at this point.
Why don't I know his name? Dude, we love you. We watch all of your videos.
He's got the tattoos, and he's like,
the
what
cute
yoga teachers wish they could
mustache.
say.
I think we're
Yellow
best friends
mustache,
with him.
Cats. I think we are. You're my spirit animal. Anyways, he's so funny. We'll have to put his name in the show notes, but maybe he can be on the podcast. Anyways, he was on a podcast with this other lady, and they're talking about the business of yoga, and so I read the comments because he was kind of making the point of like, it's okay to make money as a yoga teacher, like if you're freaking lucky enough, you know. He probably makes most money from being an influencer more than probably teaching yoga, to be honest, but that's just a guess.
For sure.
Yeah, like the amount of expenses you have to be a yoga teacher is crazy. Like your teacher training alone, but
Teacher training, rent if you are renting a space, if you're doing a private one, right? Like your insurance, additional trainings, your clothing, your
Yoga
mats.
Alliance is a scam.
Yoga. Oh yes, fact. Wait, the only reason I jumped into that is because that was like the next note. So keep going. That's already been touched on. We don't really care. Keep going.
Anyway, the comments in that section were a lot of people being like, actually, like, basically we're superior because we have a donation-based yoga studio and blah, blah, blah. And then it's like you look where the location is of the donation-based yoga studio, and it's like Silicon Valley, San Francisco, where like dropping $20-$30 isn't a big deal anyways. You know what I mean? Like there's privilege to consider in the ability to have a donation-based yoga studio. I am sure there is like parts in the hearts of Bali where it's authentic and they can run a donation base and you can come live at the ashram or whatever. Like, but I would say for a lot of the people, because then I was like stalking their profiles and their whatever, I was like, you're starting off with a lot of financial privilege to be able to do the yoga donation-based studio. At least the way it is in like capitalist America, where like the system foundationally is exploitive anyways. So it's, I don't know how to bridge that gap.
It's just, it's like the suggested donation. They're like, it's donation-based, suggested donation $25. And it's like,
yeah.
What?
And you will be shunned if you don't.
like, you better. Yeah, I think offering an entirely free yoga class once a week, once a month, whatever, I think that's something that's really special and really awesome, because that is a sharing of the community. The community can gather together. People can invite their friends who've never heard of it. So like no money is even involved. And so then they get to participate, and I really love that. And then if you would like to do it in a studio or have these additional things, you just have to recognize that costs do come with that. And so we just want to even it out. But at the same time, it's so tough. You know, we don't expect like it's like we can grow food for free, but also the farmers have to work and they have to like have the plow and they have to, you know, do the tractor. And it's like, we're in this world now. And so how can we participate in it while also trying to support both edges of the sword? So that is the concept of business yoga. It's like, you know, they're like, we're like, hey, come over here, come do some yoga. Namaste. Here's the gift shop, so go ahead and buy all the stuff. And it's like, okay.
Money, it costs $4,000.
Yeah, the abundance will reign in.
Yeah. And
nope, that was it.
Excuse me. I was going to say though, like, it's kind of like tithing, like the concept of really manifesting money though. Like, there is something about donating where you are telling the universe that I trust this process, and money is currency, like a current. When you give, you receive. And so I think the practice of donating honestly when you can actually does attract more money. So I can see in an idealistic world for sure having a donation-based yoga studio can be profitable and can be abundant to you also on an individual level. Like in my experience, after India especially, I was just broke my front teeth and got really sick and hopped over to Europe. And I, at the time, was like teaching yoga classes on YouTube. And I can't even tell you how surprising some of the generosity was from essentially strangers.
Aww.
Like, I was able to keep traveling, and I remember one person's comment was, "I'm donating to you because of your trust and faith," and putting the cart before the horse or whatever, because basically I was like, I have no money, but my heart is telling me to go to Europe and I'm doing it. And then like I woke up with like a really big donation. And so that the point of that is like the energetics of following and not being afraid of the scarcity of, if you are going to go into the field of yoga, we are kind of giving you a warning. Like, it's not necessarily the most profitable thing. Doesn't mean there isn't money, but more than that, it is so heart fulfilling and soul fulfilling, and to take that trust and that leap into something that's goodness, a lot of times it actually makes you receive more than you give.
Agreed. Especially when you're coming from that place. If you're coming into the place of just wanting to profit, you've lost the plot.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it will work out. The world is going to reward you in a lot of different ways. You just need to speak it into the world. But at the same time, what's more important, speaking into the world? Like money, 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 or karmic love and light and just shining and pouring happy energy in. Shine bright. I really appreciate that a lot. I appreciate you, Jaime, because I think all of those points are really true. And it is navigating a very interesting world and a very interesting concept. So I'm really glad that you guys came along for the ride. I have a quick cue for you, Jaime, which is...
Wait, I feel like I should ask you something.
You do not have to.
What's the cue? I'll ask you.
If yoga disappeared tomorrow...
You're far more prepared.
Would people miss the practice or the lifestyle around it?
Oh, that's such a good question. Okay, I think I said this on the very first episode, but I truly believe that yoga is a human soul technology. I don't think yoga can ever really go as like, because from the first spark of intelligence and whatever cavemen, like how far we've come and evolved, human beings are predestined to feel, to sense, to communicate, to bond, to be a part of nature, to be cyclical, and all of that union, yoking, yoga means to yoke, which you might be familiar with if you know the Bible as well. I don't know how that plot got lost so bad, but that union, that yoking is inherently human and inherently spirit. So I think if yoga were to be wiped out completely tomorrow, I guess it's not really the answer, because it's not a yes or no to me. It can't be deleted.
it would find itself, it would reproduce in a different way.
Yes.
It would literally be people
or
still
the same
coming
way.
together. People would still come together and have sharing
And
circles
move.
and move their bodies. Exactly. It would absolutely.
And meditate and think and sing, like
It's one of those things that cannot be erased because it is the essence of the human experience. Right?
If yoga were to get a reset tomorrow, what do you think is causing yoga harm? Like, what would you delete?
I would delete the concept of a final goal, which that being said though, if there's not a final goal, people don't understand the journey. There's no place to be, right? There's no place to travel to. But I just would want to like incense into people that it is the experience. We are not, like, how is humankind's goal at the end of our life death? You know what I mean? Like, how can we see that and be like, okay, but I still have to like live life to the fullest. So it's like, if the yoga goal at the end of the day is to like be able to do the pose in the best way, like, or like to do shavasana, it's just amazing to me.
Yeah.
The goal of life is to enjoy life to the fullest, then you die. The goal of yoga is to experience the ups and downs and not just on your mat, you know, but it's like finding yourself and relearning and learning again and forgetting and having hard experiences, and then shavasana and then death.
Yeah. Well, I love, there's a Sanskrit word, moksha, and it has a double meaning. It's death, and it also means liberation. So yoga is this rebirth constantly, because you're having to face yourself in the mirror. You're having to get triggered and move through it. You're having to, you know, silence the thoughts because there's actually so much going on, right? It's this constant cycle of finding yourself, and yourself is light and love and all of the, you know, corny, rainbowy, unicorny, fairy things. So the light at the end of the tunnel, the death
is freedom.
The goal essentially, it's freedom, right? Like, you're liberating yourself from the fear of death. It's the ultimate, I trust the creator of all of this. I trust that the union with God, this with spirit, with your true self, is not something to be afraid of. And when you are afraid of what your neighbor is going to think because you don't have the cool yoga mat and the cool cup and the cool outfit, is it still yoga? I don't know. My drop.
Literally, close, done, bye. Yeah, honestly, we should just end on that note, because like we could go and we could just, I just am obsessed. I just am so grateful for yoga. I cannot believe that I found it. I cannot believe that I get to participate in it. And one of those things, you have to trust yourself enough to take the leap to show up. The chicken or the egg. No comparison, no worries, just try. Be that person.
You are both chicken and egg.
Bok, bok.
Bok. Motherfucking bok.
I had one more point, but I can't remember what it was, so we should just conclude. It's actually been an entire hour.
Thank you for hanging out with us, weirdos.
Thank you.
This has been the Two Blonde Yogis.
Here we are.
If you didn't already send this to your mom, you better send it.
Send it. Go to yoga with her. Send
it.
us a photo of you guys at yoga together. Yeah. Show up.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Or you're like spirit mom. Okay, it doesn't have to be your birth mom. It's like your like bestie that is a guide for you. Your wisdom teacher.
Oh, yeah. Actually,
that needs some self-care.
just take everyone to yoga. Just everyone you know. Your neighbor.
Actually,
your garbage
take
man.
your dog. Don't take your dog.
Take your bestie. Take the person that really doesn't want to go. They gotta go. But again, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for being listeners, supporters. If you
don't forget to like it.
Don't forget to press the thumbs up button, please. That helps us out more than you know. You can also email us at hello@twoblondeyogis.com. Two Blonde Yogis podcast. I'm gonna do both and Rocky can choose.
No. We've been saying no podcast.
Okay.
We've been saying hello to the twoblondeyogis.com.
Why don't we know this? Email us at hello@twoblondeyogispodcast.com. We can't wait to hear from you and we appreciate you always. Mwah!